Whatever.
yes.
Yeah, every day I'm doing practice.
Yes. And ma'am, how much time do you practice every single day?
Yeah, actually it depends how much time I'm getting, but I try to do at least some listening practice, reading practice, writing practice, and some shadowing practice. I try to do on a daily basis, and now I started teaching also. So obviously the teaching is means when we teach someone, so obviously we are also learning at the same time we are teaching and we are learning also.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are right now. Also, you are doing a good job. And ma'am, I know very well about yourself. First of all, please say something about yourself for my viewers.
Yes, yeah, obviously. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And as you already know my name, I'm Lalita. I was born and raised in Uttarakhand, but now it's been 6 years. We are living in Noida, and I have done my master in English literature. And after that, I did B.Ed. And after B.Ed, I did a job also. I was a teacher. I used to teach in a school, but now I teach online. And I have created my YouTube channel with the name of Let's Learn and Grow Together with Lalita, where I upload English related content, conversation videos, solo videos, shorts, and yeah, so that's all about me. If you have any question, so you feel free to ask me. And I love to know something about you also.
Yes, yes. First of all, it is wonderful introduction from your side. It is my turn. And first of all, thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself in front of you. I am Santanu Das. I am connecting from West Bengal. By profession, I am working person. I work in a hospital as an attendant, and I have been working over there more than 10 years. And if I talk about my hobbies, I always like playing cricket and football. But nowadays, I have already added one hobby, which which is very important in my life. I want to become a good English speaker. That's
Mhm.
why I am using this platform. Apart from that, I am running my one YouTube channel, which name is English with SD. That's all about me. It is my short introduction.
Great, great. Love to know about you and you are doing, and you are, there are a lot of things in your plate, like you are doing job in a hospital also, and you are learning
Yes,
this language.
yes.
So how you are managing, and how long you have been learning this language?
Yeah, I have been learning this language around 2 years, but I have been speaking English around 1 year. And
Okay.
before speaking English, I have completed the grammatical rules
Okay.
because there is another reason. Because during my study, I was very weak English subject, and at that time I could not write one sentence in English properly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why before speaking English, I have completed the grammatical rules, and after that also I started my English speaking journey.
Okay, okay. So how you feel like grammar is more important for learning or for speaking? How grammar is helping you?
Yes, yes. It is wonderful question for me because uh, I know very well uh, basic English grammar is important because in my locality, in my country, there is no good English environment.
Hmm.
Yes, if there is a good English environment at that place, there is no need to English grammar. But
Hmm.
in my locality, there is no good English environment. No one speaking English in my locality. No one speaking English at my house. That's why, according to me, basic English grammar is important.
Hmm.
And I started my English speaking journey. When I started my English speaking journey, at that time, I could not write one sentence in English properly. That's why, after completing the grammatical rules, I started my English speaking journey. And according to me, basic English grammar is important. What is
Hmm.
the present tense? What is the past tense? And what is the future tense? If you don't have any knowledge about the tense, yeah, you cannot speak English properly.
Hmm.
And another thing is very important. And after learning English grammar, when you speak English, at that time you speak English perfectly and correctly. And without learning grammar, when you speak English, maybe you make few mistake while speaking English.
Hmm. Yeah, obviously, I'm totally agree with you. Actually, having basic knowledge of grammar is very important because it even if we know about the tenses, so tenses covers 80% of the language. And
Yes,
if we
yes,
know the grammar rules, if we know the basic rule of the grammar, so we can become more confident while speaking. And
yes,
some people they learn grammar and after that they start to speak. And some people they immerse themselves into the language. So that is a different approach because
yes,
learning
yes,
by practically they are learning by immersing themselves into the language, but that is a different approach. But if the people are learning at a certain point of time, so obviously they feel confident while if they know grammar, so after that they start, so they feel confident obviously, and chances are like that they make less mistake.
Yes, you're right. I
Yes.
totally agree with you. And ma'am, I'd like to ask one question to you. I noticed that in our locality there are so many students. They are good at English grammar. They are good in English subject in her study in school. But they can read properly. There is no problem in reading. They can understand properly in English. But there is no problem in understanding. And when they watch any English content, they can understand 90%. But when it comes about speaking, at that
Hmm.
time they feel nervous. They make so many mistakes while speaking English. But ma'am, what do you think? What do you think? What is the most important part for speaking English? Only for speaking English?
Yes, yes, obviously, this is a very good question, and most of the people they can relate with the question, because in India where we are living, so this language is not our mother tongue. So what happens? We are, since our childhood, we are getting exposure through reading, we are getting exposure through writing, and by listening, by watching, but we are not getting exposure of speaking. So obviously it takes
Yes,
time to speak. Why we are not good at speaking and we are good at reading, writing, and all the aspect of the language? Because we never spoke, and still we are not speaking.
yes, yes,
So it's very because nobody is speaking in our surrounding, so with we will speak. Nowadays we are creating environment online, so that's why people are learning. But before that, if suppose if I never listen, I've just listened the language, and the language is just in my hand, but I never try to speak. What happens now? We are consuming a lot through listening, through reading, by watching. So we are consuming a lot, but what about the productivity? We are consuming, but we are not producing. Through speaking and through writing, through listening and
yes,
through listening and through watching, we are consuming the language.
yes, yes,
But what about the production? We are not doing production, because through if we're not getting a chance of speaking, so how we can produce the language? If we are not getting a chance of writing, so how we can produce the language? So two skills are also important. We always focus, or we always give emphasis to listening and watching. So that's why so many people, even 80% people in India, they can listen and very well, they can understand very well, but when it comes to
yes,
speaking, so they feel difficulty. So they, at that time, they feel like that they are feeling like their butterflies in their stomach. What happens?
yes,
Because they never opened their mouth. And if I'm speaking, if I'm trying to speak at that language which I never spoke, so it's very difficult for me in starting. It's a teething problem. It takes time, but obviously if I will speak, I will make practice, I will do practice, so then certainly I can speak. So that's
yes,
why
yes.
people are just consuming and they are not producing. Production is also important. If
Yes, yeah,
yes.
you're right. Actually, I totally agree with you. Actually, speaking, listening, and speaking both are very important.
Hmm.
And for only for speaking is always you have to speak. And
Hmm.
and if you want to learn how to swim, but you know very well theoretical. But if you don't go in the river or in the
Hmm.
pond, you cannot learn the swimming. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why also
Yes.
always you have to speak regular basis.
Yes, obviously. Now, it means suppose you read 1,000 book on swimming. Okay, I'm reading each and I'm reading each and every aspect of the swimming, how to do, how to go, how to take breathe. After that, I'm reading thousands of books, but I never did practice. I never went into the swimming
Yes,
pool. So how can I know? Okay, what is the real practice? What is the pragmatic approach? The day I will jump into the swimming pool, so that day I know. Okay, this is the practical approach. Even though I have
yes,
read
you're right.
thousands of books, it's just giving me the explanations and the information, but practically the day I will jump into the pond, so that day I will know. So
Yes, you're
same
right.
happen with the language also.
Yes. And ma'am, I would like to ask one question to you. Right now, also you are teaching in online. And do you teach any grammatical rules?
No, not too much grammatical, but yeah, basic grammar, as you already mentioned, basic grammar is very important, and almost 80% of the part covers tenses. So I teach
Yes, yes,
tenses and some another aspect also, because if this is whatever is the important part, so I teach them, because they all are adult learner. And if you are learning this language at a certain point of time, so grammar also becomes an important part. So till
yes,
an
yes,
extent.
yes. And ma'am, I would like to ask another question to you. And right now also, I work in a hospital. That's why I have to do shifting duty in the hospital, morning, evening, night, and I don't get free time. But whenever I get free time, I always make this kind of video for improving my English skill, for practicing purpose.
Hmm.
And apart from also, I am running my one YouTube channel,
Hmm.
and that's why I have to do. First of all, I have to make this kind of video. After that, I have to edit and I have to give the subtitle, and
Hmm.
finally I upload the video on my YouTube channel.
Hmm.
It is so difficult for me.
Hmm.
But right now also, you are being a housewife, you have a lot of work in your house, you are also teaching as well as also you are running a YouTube channel.
Hmm.
But ma'am, how do you manage your time?
Yeah, actually, obviously, in starting, it was a teething problem for me. But now I have started, so I feel good because when I started to connect to the people, so I feel very good. And after that, obviously, I have to manage my time. I manage my time accordingly, and I teach. I'm not, and after that, whatever, whenever I get means, obviously, now for conversation, we have to take time, and we have to give time to someone else also. But for editing and for thumbnails, we can do whatever we want to do even whenever
Yes,
we
yes,
want to do. So obviously it was a teething problem for me in starting, but now I'm habitual of it, and yeah, I do it
yes,
accordingly.
yes. And ma'am, I would like to ask one question to you. And do you know about the IELTS examinations?
Yes, I know that about the IELTS examination. It's an exam. Means if anybody wants to go for the another country in the different country,
Yes,
so they have to go with this exam. And there are four modules like LSRW. So through that practices, they examine you and they do assessment, and after that they send you in the another country. So this is kind of examination which you have to crack to go for the another country.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And are you willing to give the examinations?
No, still actually I'm not means I don't need. I think I'm not practicing to go somewhere else. So I'm just learning so that I can teach and I can help people and I can also learn. So my
Yes,
motto
yes.
is quite different.
Yes, according to me, if who will go abroad for job purpose, for study purpose,
Hmm.
they also give this examination.
Yes,
But if you
actually,
don't go anywhere,
yes.
there's no need to give
Yeah.
this examination.
Because actually what happens now, this exam happens so that when people will go there, when students will go there, so at least they are not facing they are not going to face a problem with the language, whatever they are not going to face a problem with the communication, how they communicate with the people. If they are aware about the language, if they can listen, if they can crack interview by listening, writing, and by understanding, so obviously it become easy for them to go there and to communicate with the people.
Yes, yes,
If
you are
I
right.
go in the another country and I don't know the language, so how can I communicate with the people and how can I survive there?
Yes, yes.
So that's why they
And
conduct
ma'am,
this kind of exam.
yes, and ma'am, right now also you are running your YouTube channel, but what kind of content do you upload on your YouTube channel? Do you upload conversational video or solo video or blog video? What kind of content do you upload on your
Yeah.
YouTube channel?
Most of the time, actually, I upload conversation videos, sometimes solo also. Nowadays, hardly I'm getting time for making solo videos because summer vacations are going on. And some most of the time, I upload shorts on my channel related to advanced vocabulary and whatever I learn, I just try to upload it on my channel. Firstly, I learn, I teach, and
Yes,
then I upload it on my channel also.
yes, yes,
Vocabulary, yeah, synonyms, idiom phrases, tips and tricks
yes.
related
And
to
ma'am,
the language.
yes, ma'am, you are also learning this language as well as also you are teaching few students. Maybe you have a lot of knowledge in English subject and English language. And but I have been learning this language around 2 years, but I have been speaking English around 1 year. But I know very well it is not a piece of cake. It is
Hmm.
not a cup of tea. It will always take time. It will
Hmm.
always take time because in my locality there is no good English environment. But
Hmm.
I noticed that many YouTuber they are always making the thumbnail. How do you learn this language just 15 days? How will you learn this language just 30 days? And ma'am, what do you think? Is it possible just 15 days and just 30 days you can learn this language very easily?
Actually, what happens, it means it's not possible actually to learn any language or any skill in 15 days. 15 days is it's just a very short span of time. And
Yes.
how can a person can become fluent in 1 month or even 15? It takes donkey years. It takes month of Sundays to learn any skill. Here we are talking about the English, but any skill it takes time. It takes donkey years. And suppose if we are starting today, so obviously if we are, it depends, means in which level we are. We are beginner, we are intermediate, or if we are beginner, so obviously it depends how much time we are spending with the language, how much time we are
Yes.
investing with the language. If we are spending like in a day, if we are spending suppose there are 24 hours in a day, and 16 hours we are just speaking in our mother tongue, whatever mother tongue we have, we are just speaking, and we are expecting we should be fluent in English. So how it can be possible? So for speaking English, we
Yes.
have to expose ourselves into the language. How much give exposure, how much we will expose to ourselves with the language, so we will become more fluent. We will get the word, it's very important to think in English. For speaking English, it's very important we should have a muscle coordinations, like between our tongue and between our brain. And it comes gradually. It's not a game of 1 day, 2 day, or 15 days, or 1 month. So it takes time. It's very
Yes. Yes. You are
difficult
right.
to become fluent in 6 months or even 1 year or 2 year. It takes donkey years. But yeah,
Yes.
we
Yes.
can reach at a certain level. Reaching at a
Yes.
certain level is a different thing. Becoming fluent is a different thing.
Yes.
Everybody is
And ma'am,
learning so that they can go for the next level.
yes, yes. And my next question is, I noticed that who are learning this language and who have been running their YouTube channel for a long time, they are also learning this language, as well as also they are learning the another accent, British accent, American accent. And right now, do you practice with this kind of accent?
Actually, it depends now why you are learning this language. If means anybody who is learning this language, if their motto to go for some another country, so for them obviously accent is also important, because when they will reach there, when they will go there, so obviously they have to go through the IELTS exam, and after they have to talk to the people, real people, in that accent. If they don't know anything about the accent, so it's very difficult for them to survive after reaching there. But for us, we are just teaching people who the people who are living in India or even surrounding us. So obviously for us, I think for me it's not important to learn British or means American accent. I'm just working on the English. And I think Indian accent is also good, because it is accepted by
Yes,
Google. Means if you search anywhere, so you can see Indian accent is also acceptable. So if we are
yes, yes,
suppose if we are connected to the people and we are delivering our thoughts in a proper way, so I think it's not needed for me. But yeah, for people, they really, if they want to go there, so for them it's important if they have some another
yes,
motto. So it depends why you are
yes,
learning. If your why is clear, so we you can walk. If you have some kind of need, so obviously we can learn.
yes. And ma'am, you are from Uttarakhand, and how is the weather over there?
Yeah, actually, I was born and brought up in Uttarakhand, but it's been 6 years we are living here in Noida. But today in Noida also is weather is quite pleasant outside. It's not raining, but it's pleasant.
Yes, in West Bengal, there it is summer season is going on, but yesterday it was raining. That's why the weather is very
Same.
comfortable. It is
Yeah,
pleasant water the weather right now.
yeah. Same in Noida also.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And ma'am, nowadays you right now you are using this application, Zoom application, and do you use another application for
Most of the
making this
time,
kind of
actually, when
video?
I record sessions, so I record through Zoom app,
Mm. Yes,
and for
yes,
teaching also. So most of the time, I use this app only.
in the Zoom application, there is an option for recording.
Yes, there it is option. Yeah.
Yes,
Anything else you
yes.
want to
And ma'am,
know?
yes, I would like to ask one question to you. And ma'am, I don't have a lot of vocabulary in my brain, and that's why while speaking English I get stuck, lack of vocabulary. But my ma'am, first of all, please tell me what kind of method I have to follow for improving my vocabulary skill.
Actually, for vocabulary, if you want to improve your vocabulary, so what you can do, you can start reading. And suppose when you are reading any article, any story, or anything, you start reading with the thing which you already know, which you can comprehend very well. Suppose if you are reading any storybook or you are reading an article, so this article should be very comprehensible for you. If you can comprehend the article, if you comprehend the story, and whenever you are getting a new word, suppose you are getting a new word, you are reading a one page, and after that you are getting one or two words, take the word, and after that write down, just jot down on your diary and somewhere, and after that take this word and start to frame your sentence. Suppose I'm
Yes,
saying jot
yes,
down. So that means take this word and start to frame your sentence. I'm jotting down the words. Any means you can frame your sentence. Then it will go in your subconscious mind gradually. And after jotting down, try to frame sentences. And after framing sentences, it's very important to throw the word to someone else. Suppose whenever you are making practices with the people, so try to use this word 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. If you will throw the word to someone else, then it will get in your permanent memory, and whenever
yes,
you will make conversation with the people, so then you get to know, okay, this word will automatically come by practicing.
yes,
This is the best. Take
yes,
only one word, but revise it. Repetition is the mother of skill.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, all right, ma'am. Thank you for giving your valuable time. And yeah, thank you for sharing your tips and tricks, which are very important for learning this language, who are learning this language, who are beginner. And ma'am, thank you for connecting with me. I have learned so many things by connecting with you. All right, ma'am. Nice to meet you. Take care. Bye
Same.
bye. Have a good
Yes.
day.
Same from my side. Thank you. Thank you for connecting with me.
Okay.
Thank you.